Hello, I'm Raymond Medici. Welcome to our multispore syringe video. In this video, we're going to show you how to make your own multispore syringe. We're going to use a leucistic Cambodia print, and we're going to use some 10 mil syringe bodies, a pre-sterilized 18 gauge syringe needle that has the lure lock, and then we have a jar of sterilized water that has a gasket in it, so we can scrape our print into our water, tighten our lid, shake it up really vigorously so it disperses all the spores, and then we'll open it up and we'll start filling up these syringes. After we're done filling up the syringes, we will put lure lock lids on all of the 10 mil syringes. Here we go. So, got our water. We're going to prep a couple of things first. I'm going to take the needle out of its wrapper. I went ahead and pre-prepped and got the syringe bodies all pre-opened. We're going to open up our print and we're going to scrape the whole entire print into this jar of water. This is a half pint. I'm going to make pretty dense syringes with this. Oh, there we go. Got a really nice dark print to work with. That's going to be really great. So we're going to move this to the side. We have this prepped the way that we want it. I'm going to take this print down here. I'm going to scrape all of the spores to one side, hopefully without making too much of a mess. If you make a little bit of a mess and you get some spores on the inside of your box, it's not a big deal. You really don't need all of these for this jar. I could do a half of one of these prints and there would still be more than enough spores to make a half pint of multispore solution. On this one print, there's probably several million spores. Okay, we got that mostly scraped. It's good to be careful, make calm, coordinated movements. You don't want to make messes and you want to keep everything as clean as possible in your still air box. Alright, so we got that all scraped up. And gently grab this and tip the spores into this jar. Okay. Don't need to get too crazy and get every single bit of it off the tin foil. Alright, so we got our spores in here. We're going to vigorously shake this. While I'm doing that, I'm going to move a bunch of stuff out of my way. I don't need that print anymore. Just need the needle to start filling the syringes. Okay, I feel like that's dispersed really nicely. Always use a jar lid that has a gasket. That way you don't have to worry about water going everywhere. Okay, so we got that. Okay, now we're going to start filling syringes. We're going to take our first syringe out. We're going to twist our needle tip onto it. And then we can, if you need to get the air out of your syringe, go ahead and push it back into the water. You're doing this in your still air box and making sure you're being careful and you're using calm, coordinated movements. Okay, so there's one syringe filled. We'll just put them to the side as we get them filled. Just going to do a couple of these, just enough so that you understand what's going on and you can kind of see how we're doing it. Push the air out if there's a little bit of air. Fill it all the way up to your 10 millimeters. And then you can put the syringe back in the cap that it came in and put your, or the needle back in the cap it came in and put your syringe off to the side. Alright, this is the last one that we're going to do for this video. And we're going to also test our multispore solution on 2 agar plates before we finish this video. This is good to do so that you make sure that your multispore syringes are clean before you use them. So we got it filled up a little bit past the 10. I'm going to put the lid back on this jar for a second, move it to the side. I'm going to bring our 2 agar plates over here really quick, and then just by squeezing the body of the syringe, not using the plunger at all, I'm going to drop 1 drip of multispore solution onto each plate. That's more than enough to test your multispore solution. There you have it. That is our multispore syringe workshop video. Thank you very much for joining us.